Hello. Got our butterflies today, our beautiful butterflies. Let me get them moving here for everyone. Hello, Stephen. H. Davis, thank you for popping in. You don't never have to stay, okay? Because you don't anyway. So I am good with that for sure. So thank you for being my little spokesperson at the beginning of my lives, for sure. All right, I'm going to give just a couple minutes and see if anybody pops in or not. Today we are going to be talking about a 15-year-old girl, okay, that was mistreated by her father and stepmother, and she was autistic. She had ADHD, and they were locking her in a chicken coop. In a chicken coop. Yes, you are here, Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Stephen, I'm going to pop over and I'll drop your link here in just a little bit, okay? I sure will. So this poor girl was made to do horrific things. Now, she was, and I just have to say it, so trigger warning. She was abused from November 2023 through September 15th of 2024. Now, let me show you a picture really quickly of mom and stepdad. This is mom and stepdad. Hold on a minute. There we go. Now, this story is kind of crazy, so follow with me here. So, on September 16th, the Farmington detectives, because this is Farmington, New Mexico, they received a referral from Child Protective Services about this little girl's welfare. Now, the arrest warrant says that the 15-year-old teen is autistic and has ADHD and suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome. Okay, let me say that again. She was autistic, ADHD, and suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome. Her father, named Jammy, not Jimmy, Jammy, Jammy, Jammy Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Jammy Jackson is 59 years old, and his girlfriend, her name is Patricia Madrid, and she is 36. They locked this little girl in a chicken coop, allowed her to use the bathroom 2 times a day, and she had to get approval from either her father or stepmommy, Madrid, if she needed to use the restroom outside of her allotted time slots. That's not all that they made this little girl do. So the couple used padlocks and a chain to lock her in the chicken coop. Now, when she didn't have to stay in the chicken coop, then she was made, hey, Sandy, I'm waving back, darling. She was made to sleep on the floor. So she wasn't in the chicken coop. She was made to sleep on the floor. The teenager also told law enforcement that she was starved, only fed noodles, and had to sneak around to steal vegetables to eat. She was forced to stand outside during winter weather. And she also stated that her father had put a weapon to her head. Okay. So on September 20th is when they issued a search warrant for the home. And there was an order of protection between the father and the stepmother. So the father wasn't supposed to be at the residence anyway. Hey, Pat. It's good to see you, girl. Okay, so there was a restraining order between dad and stepmom. Dad wasn't supposed to be at the residence, but dad was at the residence. Now, Madrid, the stepmother, met law enforcement officers at the home and said that Jackson, that's Jamie Jackson, should be at the home. Stepmommy leaves the view of the officers and was not following the officers' commands. And it appeared as if she was trying to stall something, right? She was trying to stall. So as soon as officers cleared the home, they spot the little girl's daddy, Jamie Jackson, and they detained him. He was attempting to evade. They felt. So now this is the thing. There were dozens of cameras, you guys. There were dozens of cameras inside and outside of the home. They found the padlock and the chain by the chicken coop in the backyard. They also collected a night owl DVR, cell phones, and an iPad. When detectives spoke to stepmommy Madrid to inform her of the allegations that were made against her and Jamie, she told investigators that the teen was a troubled teen. That does not give anyone a right to lock someone up because they are troubled. So she told investigators that the little girl was a troubled teenager, that she lied a lot, that she had bad hygiene, and she always acted out. Stepmommy Madrid says that the teenager had chores, including feeding the chickens and giving them water. When the teen was in trouble, she said they would send her to her room or put her in the living room and tell her she's in timeout. Okay, well, I think we know that that's not true, okay? I know, isn't it horrible? Especially a child, any child. So when her dad, Jamie Jackson, was questioned by detectives, he admitted to handling more of the disciplinary issues with his children. So there was more than one child there. He told law enforcement that he and stepmommy would talk to the kids when they were in trouble and take away their computers, books, or something they enjoy. Jamie Jackson denied the Chicken Coop allegations and said his 15-year-old daughter was in counseling for a few years to work on her behavior and hygiene. Well, I'm sure law enforcement did the old ring, 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 and, sure ask about that. So law enforcement executed a search warrant, and they got the cell phones belonging to Madrid and Jamie. And this is some interesting messages, you guys. Some interesting messages between Madrid and Jamie. That's the little girl's mom and dad. And this is over several months, okay? So on August 21st, 2024, okay, these are kind of going backwards, I think. Yeah, these are going to going backwards. So Madrid says you left and she's walking around the backyard and side yard. She said, I guess start locking her up before you leave. Oh, Jamie says, dang it, okay. That's his exact words. Dang it, okay. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Dang it. Dang it, she's out in the yard again. I mean, sounds like a freaking, they're talking about a dog getting out. Seriously. And then stepmommy Madrid says she was digging under the garden bed and she took it into the coop. She's been stealing from my garden and eating. So a 15-year-old girl who's starving is stealing food from a garden. And they consider it stealing. The little girl is starving because of you, Jamie and Madrid. What is wrong with people? I'm telling you, what is wrong with people? So that was on August 21st, 2024. So we're going, I don't want to say backwards. We're kind of rewinding, okay? Why would someone say their children are stealing vegetables? Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point, Sandy. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going back to July. Stepmommy says the rest of the day don't feed her. Don't need her until she's hungry and asks for food or steals it. So they're saying don't offer her any food. And don't feed her until she's hungry or steals it. Asks for it or steals it. I told you don't feed her, but you say I'm abusive. Don't feed her until she's dying for food and starving. Jamie Jackson, her daddy, this little girl's daddy, says, I know it's stupid and okay. I'm not sure what the context of that is, but that's weird. Now, going from July to April of 2024, so we're kind of going backwards here, you guys. Stepmommy Madrid says her bathroom is 7:45 and 5 p.m. Why is she in there all day? Jamie says, I know she was cleaning the cat litter pans, but I didn't see her something in the toilet. I chased her out. So I guess she had been in the bathroom and staying in the bathroom too long. But the thing about it is, if they're only allowing her to go to the bathroom twice a day, maybe she was smart enough to know if I go in there and I stay in there, that's only considered one time, right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. So maybe she hung out in the bathroom just so she could be inside. So going back again to February of 24, they had screenshots of surveillance footage that was sent from Madrid to Jamie, alleging the teen was using the bathroom outside of her allotted time. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay, I'm going backwards. So that was why they ended up with the conversation about why she in the bathroom so long. Okay, I should have read these back. I'm reading them backwards. I apologize. Okay. So, okay, I'll go to January 30th to 24. Madrid said, did you feed her? She said, ice cream, then ramen. No water if she asks. He says, not yet. I'm on the toilet, then my coffee. Then on February 7th, Jamie says, well, I Googled it, having her stand in one spot, wearing her earmuffs and eye mask is abuse, so we need to figure out something. Madrid said, I'm working on it. She says, maybe you should help me instead of complain. And he said, well, I said a while back I didn't agree. So it seems like my stepmommy was doing a lot of this abuse. I'm not saying that he didn't at some point use abusive behavior, but it seems like that stepmommy is the one that's coming up with these ideas, because he Googled having her stand in one spot wearing her earmuffs and eye mask, and whatever site he come upon, it said, no sir, that is abuse. So he's saying you need to figure something else out, and that he didn't agree. So no, it seems like, Sandy, that they didn't give her water or anything. I mean, she was even saying, don't give her food unless she asks for it. And the thing about it is, if she was scared of this woman, do you think she's going to ask for anything? She was probably afraid to ask for water. She was and food, for sure. And why the hell would that is just sick to even think about cutting off a human being's hearing and sight. That is crazy. That is crazy. Wait till you hear what happened to stepmommy, though. Wait till you hear what happened to stepmommy. So they investigated for 5 months, and they were both charged. Madrid and Jamie were both charged with 14 counts, including abuse of a child and conspiracy to commit abuse of a child. Okay, so both of them were charged with 14 counts. Now, here's the winner chicken dinner. So Madrid here, right? Madrid here, law enforcement get a phone call just before 8 o'clock in the morning to go to a home where there was a reported shooting. And guess who they found? They found Madrid here. Someone pew-pewed her, and they took her to the hospital, and she passed away. So Madrid is no longer with us on the earth, okay? So that's just really weird, right? Okay, so I do have a video that law enforcement are saying is a person of interest, and I also have a video too that they have of the home and stuff. So I'm definitely going to show that to you guys. I just wanted to get the story out here first. The person of interest in doing the deed to Madrid left the area before officers got there. They said he was last headed east on a bike east of Navajo Street toward Lincoln Avenue, if you're from that area. And so let's go over and I will show you now this is Law and Crime on Facebook. They are in my description, but this isn't YouTube. This is actually Facebook. So I am going to share it with you guys for educational purposes. Okay. I've got the closed captions on, and let's hold on just one moment. Let me speed it up a little bit. Let's see, I've already sped it up. This is a short video. So this is the home, and hey, what's this? Hey, Poppy. This is the home, and this is what law enforcement came and they met Madrid at the house. So that's what this is right here. All credit goes to Law and Crime, their Facebook page. So
right here, the chain was on the Chicken Coop.
She did get a safe house interview, a forensic interview.
I do have it going too fast. I apologize, you guys. Let me slow it down a little bit. I apologize. Okay, here we go.
Completed. And during that interview.
Now, this man here is named Jamie. Jamie Jackson. Okay. Madrid, she ain't around no more.
Interview, she did disclose that, there was being locked in a chicken coop and stuff for a long period of time throughout the day. She said this has been going on for quite a while.
I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. We see a lot of horrifying child abuse stories.
We do, ma'am, a whole lot. I'm going to go through here just kind of quick. Sorry.
Like what's pressing your mind right now? What comes to mind during this stuff?
That she's told lies before, several.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is autistic, has
totalized with words. Have you guys ever heard that? Totalized with words. Where's my paper? Oh, that is an interesting statement. Totalized with words. I'm looking that up. Just because that's what I do over here.
ADHD and suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome.
I'll look it
She
up.
told CPS her dad, Jamie Jackson, and his girlfriend, Patricia Madrid, kept her in a chicken coop for months. 4 days after getting that complaint from CPS.
Okay, I want to write down too. She has autism, ADHD, and fetal alcohol. Okay.
Police responded to the home with a search warrant.
Hello, Patricia. I'm Detective Monclova. We talked on the phone. I have a copy of the warrant for you that you can look over as well. And I will kind of brief you if you guys are good. Is there anyone else inside the house right now that we need to be aware of?
I think James.
Is James here?
Yeah.
Okay.
When did he come back?
Oh, well, his name's James. I called him Jammy. Okay? Jammy Jackson. Totalized with words. I know, that is so interesting. I will definitely pull that up, Sandy.
I think today.
Okay. Have you had contact with them, or?
He's been here while I leave, and I've been here while he leaves.
Okay.
Was he ever up in Durango?
Huh?
Was he ever up in Durango?
I really don't know. I got a phone call from, I think it's called Access Health.
Okay. And you have a key to the house?
Yeah.
Can you open it for us?
Yeah.
And the dogs, are you able to...
Okay, so she's getting the dogs and stuff in. We're gonna go. I'm just wanting you guys to see some of the inside of the house. They're getting the dogs put up. They are getting the dogs put up. Wow, you guys see the sign on the door? Sorry, we're drunk. They letting people know when they come to the door. They're like, sorry, we're drunk. If you knock on this door.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, dude, come on.
I don't
You anymore, and she wasn't following their commands. But she wound up coming out a few seconds later.
That's when I told you guys that she went out of their sight for a few minutes and she wasn't, abiding by what they wanted her to do. So.
I got long. Hold that left. Yep. And just come back. Okay. Cameras inside. I got stairs.
You got it?
Go with him.
Go, I got
Good,
it.
short.
Okay.
I'm good. Short. I'm good. Short.
There's a longer room back behind that cabinet. We're gonna clear back here.
Well, it doesn't look like
Lock door or shut door.
it's kind of cluttered, but not too bad, I don't think. They're clearing the house, you guys.
James, this is the Barrington Police Department. You're inside.
Let me speed that up a little bit.
Failure to do so will not guarantee your safety.
Okay. Hey, we have a locked door.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Once again, this is the Barrington Police
I'm gonna help them.
Department. You have a search warrant for the residents. Anybody inside, make yourself known.
We're just holding on a locked door. Let's clear the rest of the house.
Really, you got stairs for that? Yeah.
Okay.
The house doesn't look that bad, does it?
Yep.
Police. Which door?
It doesn't look like it's
Okay, ready?
dirty house.
Yep. Bobby to police. If you're inside, make yourself known. Okay, ready? Okay. Nothing seen?
Okay.
Okay, ready to move downstairs?
All right, we're gonna move downstairs.
So the house doesn't look like, that's a good way to put it. An organized hoarder. Yeah. Good way to put that, Sandy. Okay, they're still just checking the house. I don't know what the heck. That's just a room with stuff in it, I guess. Let's see what that is. Watch the light, you guys.
You got nothing? Just got that door. I don't know where it goes to. Yeah. I think it's just a.
I always try to tell people if they're going to be showing a light like that, because that's not good for some people to just kind of be zapped. Yeah, yep.
Police!
All right, nothing. Short room. It's like a little cellar room. Nothing seen. We got Burge's room that's locked upstairs, but I think we're good. Do you secondaries down here or no?
Yeah, it's not secondary. Let me look over and check that one. Check this door. 81 for everything.
14 and 1342.
Okay, so they're not finding anything in the house. Let's move on a little bit. And I want to get outside. Get outside. All right, here's the backyard. Yeah, I know, Sandy, but I'm going to throw some people off. Well, they got a lot of room. Okay, he was back there. Jamie was back there hiding in the shed. I think Jamie was hiding in the shed. What is up with criminals hiding in sheds? I don't know.
I'm just removing anything that I would deem to be a weapon. Okay, I'm not taking it from you. You'll get it back.
All right.
I'm going to secure that because our search warrants for any cell phones.
All right.
Why were they doing that to that little girl? 15 years old. What a lie. All right, those dogs are driving me bananas. All right, there's old Jamie. He said he was sleeping when the officers came. I bet you were. We're just going to flip through and I'm just going to show you. We're going to do it like I'm showing pictures, I guess. This is in the bedroom. This is a big ass room.
He had to have been hiding in there somewhere because obviously
There's a phone right here. I don't know.
Well, that was the one we both already
That
found.
is a big ass bedroom. For real.
It's just like saying,
Ah, you gotta.
Yeah, because it goes through and through, and then we check all this.
That's so funny.
You check this wall right here.
if you look back, there's a hole.
I need one.
Somewhere. You hide in there. You know,
None of us were down here when we thought this got out.
Wow.
you know where he could have been hiding?
We checked
You
this.
checked under that?
Yeah, because we lifted this up. I lifted this up, and I checked all this.
Okay, they're trying to decide how they overlook Jamie. All right. This is the chicken coop. This is the chicken coop. Hello, Carla.
Well, he may have been somewhere else now.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, let's have CSI document before we start.
So let's go. We get 6633 now. I'll do it. Are we free of that?
Found the padlock over here, chain over here,
Need a bag?
over here. Yeah, gonna bag them separately or together.
Go ahead and do it together and I'll separate them.
Put it right down in front of me.
Yeah.
What was it? Outside?
It's outside. It's right here, and this was the padlock was right here. The chain was on the chicken
So
coop.
they're finding the chain and the
Any person
padlock.
locked in there, let alone a child. The girl told police she
Oh
was
my
only allowed to use the bathroom
gosh.
twice a day and had to get approval from her dad or Patricia to use the bathroom outside of her schedule.
Wow. That's nuts to have her having to do that. Okay, Poppy, have you been feeling better? Have you not smoked a cigarette? That's the question. I'm still hanging in there. Still hanging in there tough. For real.
Scheduled time slots. She said she was forced to stand outside during the winter. And when she wasn't sleeping in the chicken coop, she was ordered to sleep on the floor inside the home. As for what she was fed, she told detectives she was only given ramen noodles, while her siblings could eat whatever they wanted. She had to resort to sneaking around and stealing.
See, that's what's sad too, because she's saying that the rest of the kids got whatever they wanted. Cool. Congratulations, Poppy. That is so cool. I know. I'm patting myself on the back. I am so glad I just haven't wanted one. I've wanted one, I'm not gonna lie. But not enough to go get some for real. That is so cool. I haven't smoked since the 28th. So it is hard. It is. It's not easy. I mean, I smoked since I was like 12 years old. So for me not to smoke, it is all those years.
Vegetables just to eat a little more. And if that's not bad enough, the 15-year-old said her dad held a gun to her head. Now, detectives spoke with Patricia first, and she painted Jamie's daughter as a troublemaker.
Tell me a little bit about Georgia, what kind of kiddo she is. And
Honestly, I really don't know. I know, like, when my daughter and I used to go up there to visit, she would get violent with my daughter. Like, when they were playing Barbie, she would, like, hit her and tell her, you better do it like this. And my daughter, right away, she is just like, I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Mhm.
And she would run and tell James, and James would tell my daughter, you know, he would get on her and tell her, like, he would get more on my daughter than Georgia. But then over
Oh,
the years, he started to find
interesting.
out that it was Georgia. And the same thing with Jonathan. Jonathan, he wouldn't really talk. And sorry.
no, if you need to stop, you don't feel
Okay.
well, we can.
Wait,
Jonathan, he wouldn't really talk, but we
so
found out
she's
that she
talking
would
about
do things
a boy.
and she would blame Jonathan. It's like any way that she could stay out of
Trouble?
trouble, she would just blame whoever.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, we always keep in mind that this little girl had autism, had ADHD, and fetal alcohol syndrome. So they're saying that she was violent, basically. And Dad, Jamie, would blame the other child instead of her. But then they're saying that they all figured her out. They figured the little 15-year-old girl out, and that it was her doing everything the whole time.
My daughter, right away, she is just like, I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Mhm.
And she would run and tell James, and James would tell my daughter, you know, he would get on her and tell her, like, he would
James
get more
is
on my daughter than Georgia.
the dad. I've been calling him Jamie. So when you hear her saying James, it's Jamie.
But then over the years, he started to find out that it was Georgia. And the same thing with Jonathan. Jonathan, he wouldn't really talk.
So the boy that she is mentioning, obviously, possibly the sibling of the older girl.
And sorry,
No, if you need to stop, you don't feel well, we can.
Jonathan, he wouldn't really talk, but we found out that she would do things and then she would blame Jonathan. It's like any way that she could stay out of
Trouble.
she would just blame whoever.
Okay.
And she still doesn't have good hygiene. She's very egocentric. Like if she doesn't get the attention or somebody else is getting more attention than her, she gets upset.
And when she gets upset, how does she express that, I guess?
She steals, she lies, she
Wait, what's that got to do with showing attention? Okay, so she's saying that this little 15-year-old girl would get angry if she wasn't getting people's undivided attention. But if she was being made to be by herself, I could see possibly her being like that. Yeah, that guy was the dad. Yeah.
she gets upset.
And when she gets upset, how does she express that, I guess?
She steals, she lies, she just acts out.
And then there was also allegations of having to actually being locked in the chicken coop out back. Okay, tell me about that. She said that every morning from about 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 to midnight at night, she would have to be locked in the chicken coop.
Wow.
I'm not aware of that. I know that her chore was to feed the chickens and give them water. And then I caught her a couple of times in there and she was busting eggs. She really messes with a lot of stuff.
Oh, so she's saying that the little girl would go in the coop and act up. She messes with a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Just everything.
And Jamie, well, he essentially echoed the same thing, calling his own daughter a liar.
Wow.
So the report came in. I received it Monday, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, and it was for allegations of a 15-year-old girl who was being locked inside a chicken coop. So that was the allegations. And the female was identified as Georgia, who is your daughter, I believe, right? She did get a safe house interview, a forensic interview completed, and during that interview, she did disclose that there was being locked in a chicken coop and stuff for a long period of time throughout the day. She said this has been going on for quite a while. So that's what we're here to talk about. Okay, I have her side of what's going on. I want to get your guys' side. I spoke with.
So, I mean, she basically said that they were locking her in the chicken coop during the day. And then they would let her in to sleep on the floor, I guess.
With Patricia, I spoke with Giselle, and now I'm talking to you to see if you want to clarify some stuff or kind of tell me about your guys' home life, any issues that you've ran into or anything like that. Okay. But who usually issues discipline to the kids?
Mainly Patricia.
Okay.
I mean, every once in a while I'll say, "What do you need?"
Mainly Madrid. Patricia, stepmommy, is what it's saying here.
Clean your room or do this or that, but that's about it.
Okay. And does Patricia do the disciplining with your kids as well, or how's
Yes.
it? Okay.
But I do more of it with my kids than she does.
Okay. And what kind?
I do more of the disciplining with my kids than she does. So does she have kids? Huh.
Of discipline when, let's say, Giselle's not listening or she needs discipline? How does Patricia discipline Giselle?
She talks to her.
Talking? Okay. Okay. And then,
Or she'll take something away from her. And
okay. And what about, how do you discipline or adjust your kids whenever needed? I guess?
Well, like with Georgia, I'll take a computer or a laptop away or a book. That's your favorite book. And I'll say, if you do this, you can have this book back or the computer. And my son, I really don't have issues with him.
Sure. And he's 19.
19. So I really don't have issues with him.
Okay.
Because him and me work together doing small engines and mechanics.
Oh, nice.
So, but
Okay, so the dog.
I mean, every once in a while, he'll have an outburst.
His son is 19. Okay.
First, and I just leave him alone. I just say, okay, son, go simmer down.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. And I may have asked this already, it's been a long day, but how's Patricia's relationship with your kids? How would you describe it?
I'd say pretty good. Okay, except George has always had some sort of a, I don't know, grudge. Ever since me and Patricia got together, since her mom passed away.
And
So I believe the little girl's name is Georgia, but anyway, I'm going to call her the little girl. Her mother passed away. And so Jammy's saying that when he got with Patricia, I said call her Madrid, how she had a big problem with that.
when did her mom pass away?
A little over 10 years ago.
Okay.
I only knew, excuse me, Patricia probably 6 months before I moved from Durango to Farmington.
Okay. And how did her mother pass?
Massive brain aneurysm,
Wow.
drugs and everything.
Oh, bless her heart.
The deal is Georgia has autism, fetal alcohol, ADHD. My son has fetal and ADHD.
Okay.
And so,
Wow.
and Georgia is more of a handful than my son.
So explain how she's a handful. I guess.
That's so sad. That is so sad. Terry T, is it Terry T? Is it the Terry T? Is it my Terry T? Or are you a different Terry T? And it's okay either way. Girl, I was thinking about you the other day. I really was. I hope you're doing good. Yes, they don't. A lot of these children don't have a voice or a chance. Oh, Terry. It's so good to see you. It really is. And I'm sorry if I was a dick. Yours is? Girl, mine is too. I hope you're okay. I really do. Hey, Luna. Aw. I'll have to give you a holler. For real. How's Craig? He doing all right? He been out on the boat? I know, girl. I say the same thing, Terry. These poor babies.
By that.
Well, like we tried having her share a room with her brother.
Mm-hmm.
She was stealing stuff, breaking stuff. Then we tried Giselle's room. She was doing the same thing. So we put her downstairs in the kitchenette without a bed.
Okay.
That way, it would solve problems.
Sure.
But every once in a while, we catch her down there digging. And so we have to say, Georgia, it's not your stuff. Stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And she gets
Oh,
aggravated when she gets
okay.
caught. Try not to admit it. And we're like, we see you doing it.
Right.
So, and I mean, we even had her going through counseling.
Okay, so he's saying that she, he don't have the boat anymore, Terry? Wow. So he's saying that they would catch her going through stuff, and he didn't like that. And let's see how long he says that she's been in counseling.
Like we see you doing it.
Right.
So, and I mean, we've had her going through counseling at PMS for 3 years, and she wouldn't even listen to the counselor.
And what was she going to counseling for? Was for something specific? Or?
It was for her behavior, and just, she was also seeing another doctor there. I remember his name.
And just to let you guys know, tomorrow is I'm going to start. I want to show you guys a little bit on fetal alcohol syndrome. Okay, so come over when I talk about it, and we will look at what we know about this little girl and her behavior, and what fetal alcohol syndrome is, and the behaviors of a child that have fetal alcohol syndrome. I think you guys would be freaking amazed. Hey, cats, for sure.
Asante. And she was seeing Jackie Sandoval for 3 years. Jackie had tried everything to get her to behave, take her hygiene, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she just finally, she said, Georgia, I've tried for 3 years and you don't want to listen. She says, I'm going to have to just step away. And so, Batista, I believe we talked about Batista, and Jackie told us to take her to a psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
So we did. And that's when she came up with autism, and we already knew she had fetal and ADHD, but then the other one said autism. And by my understanding, according to Letitia, they took her to Albuquerque. I think they'll be there at 12:30 today for testing.
Okay.
And because I talked to Letitia today, earlier, she said, everything's fine.
Wow.
The investigation's still going on.
Okay, so basically, he's blaming her illnesses, which is understandable. I do believe that a lot of her behavior, when we look into fetal alcohol syndrome and the behaviors of the children, like I said, you guys are going to be amazed, because the behaviors that he is saying, a lot of those, absolutely, the anger and different things like that.
She said, so y'all don't have to, worry about anything.
And I'll clarify that.
No, she didn't, Sandy. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the video of the person that they're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna show you that here in just a minute. Still have the boat. Craig's still going to sea. Paige and Joss moved to our capital city, Canberra, so far away. Do you feel like an empty nester, Terry? That's cool that Craig's still going to sea. Even though I know you don't like it when he's gone. I know that. Yeah, I don't know who shot the stepmommy. We'll have to put on our detective cap for that. Oh, you are, Terry. You're getting a support dog. Oh, that is so cool. Make sure you send me a picture. Send me a picture of it. That is so cool, Terry. You'll love that. You will.
So in
Thank you,
instances
Poppy.
involving children, CYFD gets involved. They have their own investigation, and then law enforcement's involved. We have our own investigation. They handle like the more civil side of the allegations and stuff, and we deal with the criminal side. So it's two separate investigations. It's the same for the same.
And there was 14 counts. 14 counts against James Jackson, also known as Jamie Jackson. Okay, so this is all just bullshit excuses.
Blended on the allegations, Jamie had an answer for everything.
She said that there was times where she was only allowed to go to the restroom twice a day,
No.
at specific times, and if she wanted to go or needed to go outside of those times, she would have to get permission from both you and Patricia.
No, all she had to do, because, excuse me, the psychologist that we seen told us not to prompt her, not to tell her to use the bathroom, that she needs to ask us, because it's forcing her, is what the psychologist told us. And so we just, like the psychologist told her, you have to ask to use the bathroom. Well, for one, we got one bathroom upstairs.
Why would a psychologist tell parents to tell a child they have to? Okay, what? I don't get it. I need to understand that a little bit more, Jamie. For real.
Twice a day,
No.
at specific times, and if she wanted to go or needed to go outside of those times, she would have to get permission from both you and Patricia.
No, all she had to do, because, excuse me, the psychologist that we seen told us not to prompt her, not to tell her to use the bathroom.
Not to prompt her, not to tell her to use the bathroom. So was she having accidents on herself? Because why would she need to ask? Okay, that's kind of weird. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that? Do you think that maybe she was having some problems? But because it doesn't make sense to me still, though, that okay. She says, okay, you're allowed to, she was only allowed to go to the bathroom twice a day.
Twice a day,
No.
at specific times, and if she wanted to go or needed to go outside of those times, she would have to get permission from both you and Patricia.
No, all she had to do, because, excuse me, the psychologist that we seen told us not to prompt her, not to tell her to use the bathroom, that she needs to ask us, because it's forcing her.
Because it's forcing her. And don't forget that Dad, in the text messages that I read to you guys from Dad and Stepmom, he says that he Googled putting earmuffs on and basically a mask covering her eyes. He Googled that, and it said that that would be considered abuse. So it kind of seems like Dad Dad didn't want to do things that were illegal. Does that make sense? Hey, SDA. Who's Kaz? Who's Kaz? Oh, because he's lying. Okay. I was kind of confused there. That is so funny. Because he's lying. I get it. Took me a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me a minute. Oh, that is so funny. Because, damn it. Because SDA said so, damn it. That is why. Okay, so the psychologist said, basically put her on a schedule, make her tell you guys when she's got to go to the bathroom. We'll have to figure out possibly why, though. You know, why was she doing weird shit in the bathroom, or I don't understand. I really don't.
Is what the psychologist told us. And so we just, like the psychologist told her, you have to ask to use the bathroom. Well, for one, we got one bathroom upstairs.
One bathroom.
And you got me, my son, another guy, and sometimes even Trisha and Giselle use it. So asking is just saying, does anybody else,
Okay.
It's not, doesn't mean anything. It's just being respectful to other people in the house.
Where does she normally sleep?
Down in the kitchenette.
Okay.
On the hot bed.
Okay. It's
So he's saying there's a bathroom in the house that is only for the guys? I'm fucking confused about the bathroom now. What is up?
and law enforcement's involved. We have our own investigation. They handle like the more civil side of the allegations and stuff, and we deal with the criminal side. So it's two separate investigations. It's the same for the same allegations and everything,
No,
but
go
they're
ahead.
two separate investigations.
Okay.
But
Twice a day,
There we
at
go.
specific times. And if she wanted to go or needed to go outside of those times, she would have to get permission from both you and Patricia.
no, all she had to do, because, the psychologist that we seen told us not to prompt her, not to tell her to use the bathroom, that she needs to ask us, because it's forcing her, is what the psychologist told us. And so, We just-
Okay, it's forcing her. If they that I can see why he's saying that, but I mean, who kind of thinks like that? So he's saying if they encourage her to go to the bathroom, that could be considered forcing her. Okay, I don't know. I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
just, like the psychologist told her, you have to ask to use the bathroom. Well, for one, we got one bathroom upstairs. And you got me, my son, another guy, and sometimes even Trisha and Giselle use it.
Okay, so he says there's one bathroom and you got three guys, and sometimes the other girls use it.
So asking is just saying, does anybody else,
Oh, so basically, with all of those people in the house and one bathroom, he, I guess, feels like that it's just kind of being respectful to ask if anyone else needs to go to the bathroom before you go to the bathroom. I don't know. Oh, I need
it's
to
not-
move on from the
doesn't mean
topic.
anything. It's just being
Oh,
respectful to other people in the house.
Where does she normally sleep?
Down in the kitchenette.
Okay.
On the hot bed.
Is there any time she sleeps any other place throughout the house?
No.
And you said you have cameras.
Yeah.
Who has access to those cameras?
Patricia.
Patricia?
Yeah. I mean, I got access to the ones outside.
So she said
Definitely.
that she has to sleep or stay outside from around 6 a.m. The time she wakes up around 6 a.m. until close to midnight sometimes.
No. We'll tell her, you can play in the house or whatever. Next thing we know, she's not in there. She's outside.
Yeah.
So that's her choice. She's 15, almost 16. And
But
so,
have you guys ever locked her in the coop?
No.
No chains, no padlocks, anything
No.
like that?
nothing.
Because she said, she would be out there long periods of time, like all day,
Wow.
blindfolded, earmuffs.
Oh no. Snap. Go back to the text. The text that talked about the blindfold and the earmuffs. So they were doing that. Wait. Why? She's 15. 15, they would have to have her hands tied up for her not to take those off, right? She's 15 years old. That's weird. So, oh golly, I am gonna have to really get into this.
And
But
so,
have you guys ever
Many
locked
questions.
her in the coop?
No.
No chains, no padlocks, anything like that?
nothing.
Because she said, yeah, she would be out there long periods of time, like all day, blindfolded, earmuffs,
No.
like head, earplugs, whatever covers. And then when she would come into the house at night, she would have to go straight to bed. She said, but I don't have a bedroom. I don't have a bed. I sleep on the tile in front of the front door.
No, she's got that bed downstairs.
Okay, so that, and I saw the bed, so that's her bed. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She just tells stories. She's even told stories about the family she's with. So, I mean.
Okay, so Dad's saying she's a storyteller. Dad's saying she doesn't tell the truth. They're basically trying to put out that she would do things for attention and like to be the center of attention. She was 15. My question about the blindfold and stuff is for her not to have taken those off without being tied, without having her hands tied up. I don't know why a 15-year-old would be, if the stepmom wasn't sitting there watching her the whole time and she was in the chicken coop, a 15-year-old, I would think, would automatically take that off. But I don't know. But it adds up with the text message that he said he Googled it and it was abusive, right? So.
have you guys dealt with CYFD before regarding Georgia at all?
No.
Jamie claims he didn't put a gun to his daughter's head and that his gun is actually in Durango, Colorado. He even chuckled while denying the allegation of leaving his daughter outside during the winter.
Okay.
What do you think about the allegations? Like, what's pressing your mind right now? What comes to mind hearing this stuff?
That she's told lies before, several.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just like she told us, Cindy was feeding her rotten food, which is her grandma on that end. And Kathy picked her up and threw her across the room up there.
Mm-hmm.
She also claimed that her own mother molested her. And she also claimed Allie and Coulter and her had a three-way. So this is, and then.
Okay, so he's saying that how do I want to say this? As the actualizing situations. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to use this interview with James and what he tells us about this 15-year-old girl and her behavior and see how it kind of goes maybe under a lot of her behavior, fetal alcohol syndrome. So.
She also claimed that Cindy allowed her to watch porn with her husband before he passed away. So there's a lot of allegations, but.
Wow. So to me, for a child to know about things like that, somebody had to teach her that, right? Somebody somewhere, she seen something or someone showed her inappropriate stuff. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Jamie was ultimately arrested, just not on the charge you think.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
So, turn right for me.
Okay.
Wow. What they arrest him
pretty
No,
for?
I'm good.
Real fast, do you have any objects on you?
Nope,
Anything that's going to
nothing.
stab me?
Okay, so
Do you have any other cell phones on you? Or
Nope, nothing.
anything that- cell phones on you? Or
That's from her.
okay, I'll leave that with you.
All right.
All right.
Does she have a card? That way, like, you reach out.
okay, what
This
they
arrest was
arrest
for
him
Jamie
for?
violating a restraining order, but the charge was ultimately dropped.
Oh, violating the restraining order. Are you kidding? Hey, loves. I am. I'm doing pretty good today. I realize I do better during the day than I do at night. After doing stuff all day, I start getting wore out. But I'm doing really good. You watching Karen Reed? I think everybody's watching Karen Reed. I was watching Karen Reed too. Also, Stephen Stearns was in court today. So I was going to show that later on. Him being in court today. It's about, I think they're starting to talk about if they're going to allow cameras in the courtroom and stuff. Because they was talking about YouTubers and how many creators were speaking about Stephen Stern. And there was a lot. There's a lot of people covering Madeline Soto, for sure. For sure. I'll be at the trial a couple days. You're literally going to be there? You're literally going to be in court, loves? Yeah, that's a freaking wild case. That is a wild case. For sure. For sure.
Months later, Jamie and Patricia weren't arrested until February of this year when they were both charged with 14 counts each of child abuse and conspiracy to commit abuse. But the story doesn't end there. So Jamie and Patricia were arrested on February 18th. Then a little more than a week later, police responded to Jamie and Patricia's home again on a report of a shooting. Patricia was found inside the home suffering from a gunshot wound. She was rushed to the hospital. However, she died from her injuries. Police released this surveillance video of a person of interest where
there he is, right there. See? He's right there, y'all. That is who they think pewed this woman right here.
Home again on a report of a shooting. Patricia was found inside the home suffering from a gunshot wound. She was rushed to the hospital. However, she died from her injuries. Police released this surveillance video of a person of interest where the person fled off on a bike. However, at this time, no arrests have been made. Farmington PD are still investigating.
Yep. For sure. She does look evil. She does, you're right. Let's go back to, I want to show you the, oh, sorry, guys. There we go. All right, this is him. That's who they're looking for.
Where the person fled off on a bike. However, at this time, no arrests have been made.
So somebody Somebody was getting her, right? And that is long crime on Facebook, you guys. On the Facebook. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? Just crazy. I think we about covered it all. Yep, she got shot. She sure did. Officers responded to the home of 36-year-old Patricia Madrid. That's why I was calling her Madrid. Her last name was Madrid. On Wednesday afternoon, when they arrived, they found her suffering from multiple GS wounds inside the home. She lived with Jamie Jackson, that got arrested, not for anything that had to do with his daughter at first, for breaking a restraining order that they had against each other. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah. That's kind of weird that that would happen and then she would end up having that happen to her. So that is so sad. So sad. No, he didn't. The dad did not. The dad did not shoot her. They don't know who shot her. They don't know who shot her. That is the dad. That's Jamie. Jamie didn't do it. It was somebody else. And they have him on video. They think they have him on video. For real. They think that the dude that walked strange shot her. Yeah, I just showed the video. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. I have not checked yet, lady. But yes, I did mention the Stephen Stearns, who basically does not like going to court. But yeah, he's been made to go to court. For sure. Here, I'll show you the video one more time of the man that they believe might have, oh my gosh, Colt 45 zigzag / justice for you / oh, you did have a name with the B word in it. I'm glad you got rid of that. Now you're mama's brat. Girl, I cannot keep up with you. Funny. Okay, here, let me get this pulled up again. Hold on. Okay, this video does not have sound, so don't freak out. You're not going to hear anything. If you look over to your left, as you're looking at the screen, you will see a figure coming through the field. There he is. Now, The thing about it is, I mean, it looked like he was, did it look like he was firing a pew-pew? Kind of weird, right? Okay, wait a minute. Wait, get back. Get to back. Here we go. So this must be on a camera on a garage, probably. Okay, it looked like he was doing his thing. Then it looked like he spit. Okay, but where was she? Look, you can still see him through the trees. Wow, look. Did you guys see him through the trees? He went back over here for something. He's pointing. Looked like he spit. He goes over here, behind these bushes. And if you look, you can see him walking through there. And here he comes. There he is. Wow. Wow. You listening? That's cool. I hope you're having a good day. Are they blaming who, Terry? No, no, they're not blaming James. They're not blaming Jamie for it. This is just somebody that they believe did it. I mean, if she was that mean, hard telling. She could have been pissing some other people off, you know? I am getting there, Mama's brat. Thank you for asking. Yes, they think that he definitely is a person that they are looking for. So, yes. This is the Farmington Facebook page. So, yeah, that's kind of weird that he would go back. He comes this way, and that's when it looks like he's... Okay, he spit. That was the thing. Why did he run back there? Because whatever he did, he just turned around and came right back out. Huh, that is weird. Huh. Well, I mean, he did it in front of everybody, right? Oh, thank you. I don't know why they said on a bike unless... No, you didn't get things wrong, Sandy. Because that's what I thought too. That they said on a bike. So maybe he had been seen through the neighborhood on a bike. Or maybe that's what was laying back there, his bike. Maybe his bike was laying back there. I mean, because do we honestly know that this is all they have right here? Right? Because it ends. We got 30 seconds of it. So, for sure. But that's him. See? Okay, we're going to watch how many times that he raises his arm because they said she was shot multiple times. Right? They said, what do you mean from the beginning? Yeah, I'm playing it from the beginning. Right here. She was shot multiple times. So, okay. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing right there. Okay, that could have been. Yeah, they said she had multiple wounds, multiple gunshot wounds. So, wow. But there he is. So he didn't get. I would think that they possibly will find him probably pretty quick. It's just weird that it happened. For sure. Is there something off with his gait? Whose gait? What do you mean, something off with his gait? No, I guess they heard the shots and law enforcement came. So I think they talked about it. All righty. Anything else? Oh, I don't know, Terry. I don't know, ma'am. If that is what you see, that is absolutely A-okay. I mean, I don't know. I do not know at all. At all, at all. So, and I'm not sure what else is going on in the YouTube land. I've been trying to check and see who's live before I go live so I can check out other people for sure. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off here. And that was just an interesting story I thought I would share with you guys. And so, yeah, I'm going to pull up a little bit about fetal alcohol syndrome. And maybe we can spend about maybe an hour, tomorrow talking about that. So, oh, that is so cool, Sandy. Yeah, I want to start doing my spring cleaning, I guess you can call it, and get that done. So, for sure. But we'll keep checking on that story. I mean, it's just very interesting that the wicked stepmother, you know, got taken out, for sure. For sure. But nice to see you, Terry. I'm glad you popped in. I hadn't seen you forever. I know things will go good for you when you get your dog. That will be so cool. For real. For real, for real. Dang. So you getting some rain? For sure. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Go do you. And you never know what I'm going to talk about. I mean, really. I can't tell you guys I'm going to talk about something specific, because usually all kinds of things come across my radar. So you never know what we're going to be talking about over here, for sure. But I will catch you guys later. Have a great day. And thank you guys. Thank you very much.